Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Cinderella Man, and this movie is directed by Ron Howard, and it stars Russell Crowe, Renee Zellweger, and Paul Giamatti, and I've never seen this movie before, in case anyone's wondering, and I enjoyed the movie overall. I thought it was decent. It was kind of a crowd pleaser, and I didn't really feel the runtime with it being 2.5 hours long. And it was a good movie. My favorite part of this movie would be the story. And for me personally, I'm not really after the story in a film. I'm more wanting like how things happen in a movie, the overall general presentation of a story, not just the story in and of itself, but the story in this movie. I think it's good and it's handled well. And there's good performances that bring it up as well. And I did enjoy that this movie was mostly set in the 30s. And I liked how the Great Depression played into the film, and it added quite a bit of drama to the story, and it helped with my experience. And I was really enjoying the first half of the movie, and that's basically where I was invested in the story the most, even if I wasn't like super attached to the characters. Like, I don't find them to be horribly unlikable for the most part. It's just that when it comes to things that I'm really looking for, like the filmmaking, the directing, the acting, the music, cinematography, etc., these things, they exist, but it's not really what I think of when I think of the movie. I mostly just think of the series of events that happen within the story, which I get it, that's what most people probably want, and I'm sure this movie delivered on those elements that I just mentioned for people, not just for the time, but probably still now today. Like, it works because of its story, and like I said, I like the story, but when it comes to what I'm really looking for, it's just not really there for me. And overall, it was just not really a movie for me, and I was just waiting for something else to happen, some kind of subplot that would like drag the movie down a lot for me, but thankfully that doesn't happen. It's a lot more straightforward than I was expecting, and this movie could have been shorter. I don't feel as though the 2.5 hour runtime is justified. I feel as though there were some things that could have been trimmed out of the movie and made it a bit shorter. Closer to 2 hours would be what I would want, but it's not a huge criticism of mine because I wasn't really bored. And most of my criticisms towards this movie would just be like some editing and shot composition choices that I just wish were done better. Like in some of the boxing matches, there are points where the shots are just way too close and I can't tell what's going on. And I just wish that wasn't the case. And there were some editing choices that pulled me out of it. And this kind of makes the film feel dated and a part of its time, with the artificial slowing down where you just have less frames. And there was a point where Russell Crowe punched a guy, and it did this really weird effect where you can see that it broke his wrist or something. And I found that to be so goofy. And I was laughing pretty hard when that happened. And also there was a bit of audio peaking in the first boxing match that took place in 1934. The film says in a title card 1934, and that's how you know when it's taking place specifically. And I did like some of the characters. I thought the best part of the movie was Paul Giamatti. I found him to be pretty funny in the movie. Out of everyone, he was the most entertaining, and when he's on screen, that's when I like the movie a lot more than I actually do. I'm not saying that I hate this movie by any means. I think it's good. It's just not really a film that I'll ever rewatch. But if you like it a lot more than I do, then I'm glad that you do. I understand why anyone would like this movie. That I can understand. It's just not something for me. Like, if I'm going to watch a boxing movie, I'd much rather watch Raging Bull or Rocky 1 or 2, or something like that, because those I enjoy a lot more. That's about all I have to say about Cinderella Man. It's decent enough to recommend. I didn't regret watching it. I'll never watch it again, but it was a good movie that I didn't feel as though my time was wasted for the most part. So check this movie out when you can, and with all that being said, I'm going to give Cinderella Man a 6 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of Cinderella Man, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Meg 2, The Trench. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.